the ship with Zodiacs. So I'm an ex-Marine, so again, I've done this stuff. I've done the kind of stuff that they were doing. And they came with their Zodiacs, and they attempted to throw grappling hooks and get ladders to be able to pull themselves up onto the ship. And we were able to repel that. Whenever they threw the grappling hook, we were able to unhook it. We were able to stop that. But eventually they came with the helicopters, Black Hawk helicopters, courtesy of the U.S. taxpayer. And they did something called fast roping. They drop a rope from the helicopter above the top deck, and it's a thick rope. It's about that thick. And as a Marine, what we would do is, you have gloves on, and you hold the rope like that with your hands, and then you put your feet around the bottom of it, and you're able to slide down to the ground and immediately get away. It's a very effective way to get people from a helicopter down to the ground. And when I saw that happening, I realized, shit, that's definitely going to be a problem. Funny enough, though, one of the things that happened when they threw the first rope down, some of the defenders up on the top deck, they had the sense to take the rope and they pulled it over to the side and they attached it to some pole or something. So the rope was going sideways, which doesn't work well at all if you want to try and slide down it. So the Israelis had to let go of the rope from up in the helicopter, and they dropped another one. And eventually they started to get commandos onto the ship. And while I was at the back of the ship, I said to the guy, I was actually, again, part of a 6-person team, and they had a Turkish man who was in charge of the team, and they put me second in command, which again was a real honor. I don't recall any other white people defending the ship, so I mean, really, it was a tremendous honor to be entrusted with that position. And eventually I went to the leader of my team, and I said, listen, can I go up there? Can I leave this position, go up there? He said, okay, go ahead. So I started to go up to the top of the ship. And when I got to the deck just below the top deck, which is where most of the mayhem and murder was occurring, before I got up there, I came across a man who was lying down on his back. He was clearly incapacitated. And I got down to him to try and check his pulse to see what was wrong. And I didn't notice immediately, but he had actually been shot perfectly square, right in the middle of the forehead. He had one bullet, boom, done, over, right there. Somebody pointed it out before I realized it. So I'd already seen one dead body, and this man was a photographer, by the way. He was a journalist, he was a professional journalist. He was taking pictures, and they obviously got him from one of the helicopters with a sniper rifle. I then proceeded to go up towards the top deck, got to the deck below the top deck, and was entering a hatch where you could get up to the top of the ship. And lo and behold, one of the Israeli commandos that was on the top deck was pushed over the top deck and literally fell right in front of me, literally right in front of me. And as he fell, I saw that he had a 9mm pistol holstered. And so I immediately went for that pistol, and I got the pistol off of him. And some other brothers came, and they grabbed him, and they took him inside the ship, totally disarmed, into the ship. I had this 9mm pistol for some minutes trying to figure out what to do with it. And eventually what I decided to do was to eject the bullets. They were real bullets. And I gave the bullets to some colleagues of mine, and then I hid the weapon. And my reasoning was, this is evidence. I mean, for all I know, this weapon was used to murder somebody. So, let's keep it as evidence. There was still hope that we might get away. And so eventually I got rid of the weapon, and I was on the other side of the ship in the same exact spot that I was when the first commando fell, just the opposite side. And lo and behold, when I got to that spot, like, I don't know, God or whatever, something happened that just another Israeli commando was pushed over the top deck and fell down right in front of me. I mean, you could hardly script it.